Hello, thank you for joining us on this episode of Sports Bets for Free. My name's Scott Jenkins, your host, just a local sports bettor here in Phoenix, Arizona. And hopefully today with our bets and your bets, it's going to be another profitable day for you. Wednesday, May 22nd, and Major League Baseball slate. We got a ton of games going on in the majors and day baseball. So let's get hopping right to it. First of all, if you're new to our show, welcome. Glad to have you aboard. Secondly, we do fade or follow four teams: Cubs, Dodgers, Orioles, and Royals. We will play heavily in those four games that they are in. The other games we will give you leans and opinions on. But betting wise, we stick in those four. We stay in our lane, so to speak. As there is so much baseball, there's not enough time, or I do not have a staff in order to give you the amount of bets we are. We're still going to have probably 80 plus bets in four games, so don't worry about it. There's plenty of action there for you. Plus, we'll give you some other stuff as well. So let's get started off in baseball. 10:05 out here in Phoenix, 1:05 Eastern time, as we have a lot of day baseball for a Wednesday. Twins, Nationals, to get us started off in this one here. So Woods Richardson versus Jake Irvin here. And I understand the Nationals, Irvin's pitching. He's not fantastic, I wouldn't say. But they are offensively at home. Do we see what these guys continue to put up for runs? And Minnesota in a serious slump here. I honestly think that the wrong team is favored in this one, as Minnesota's about $1.40 in favorite. We would roll here with the Nationals in this one. Plus 120, take them plus 1.5 on the run line. Also look to the Nationals over their team total, as the Nationals, like I said, have been mashing quite a few runs. Expect them to score quite a bit today as well. Next game up, 10:10 out here in Phoenix, 1:10 Eastern time. Mets, Guardians, Jose Quintana versus Tristan McKenzie in this one here. Quintana's got beat up quite a bit in his last few starts here. Guardians playing well as they're leading the American League Central. Even though the Royals have been playing out of their mind, they've been playing a lot better than even the Royals have in this one. So they're about $1.30 favorite are the Guardians here. We'd like laying the $1.30 here. And that, I don't know if we'd really play much else besides the money line in this particular game, but do like it there. Guardians about $1.30 favorite. Next game up, 10:15 out here in Phoenix, 1:15 Eastern time. Orioles, Cardinals. We are in this game here, as it is an Orioles game. Joe Means coming out against Kyle Gibson. Gibson got rocked a couple starts earlier in the season. Pitched a little bit better as of late. He's got the ERA down to just over 4. Joe pitching means he's pitched pretty well since he came back. Definitely added some depth. And now they can move Cole Irvin basically back to the bullpen instead of being a starter. So that starting rotation for the Orioles looks even better in this one. I mean, I understand it's on the road here, but I don't know how, when you handicap this game, the only thing really to handicap here is the Orioles. As long as the juice is within range, they're only $1.30-ish favorite in this one. So we're going to roll with the Orioles. In this one, let's give you all those bets. So Orioles money line, minus 1.5, 2.5, 3.5 on the run line. Orioles over their team total. Orioles minus a half a run, first 3, first 5, first 7 innings. Gunnar Henderson, who's been on an absolute tear, home run, double, over hits, runs, RBIs, 2+ total bases, 3+ total bases, 2+ hits. Ryan O'Hearn, who has had good success against Gibson in the past. He should be playing here, as it is a righty on that one. So do make sure you check back out the Google Sheets, which are a betting ledger, because if O'Hearn's not playing, we'll have to transfer that one out pretty quickly. But O'Hearn, homer, double, over hits, runs, RBIs, 2+ total bases, 3+ total bases, 2+ hits. So one more time, Orioles, Cardinals. Orioles money line, minus 1.5, 2.5, 3.5 on the run line. Orioles over the team total. Orioles minus a half a run, first 3, first 5, first 7 innings. Gunnar Henderson, homer, double, over hits, runs, RBIs, 2+ total bases, 3+ total bases, 2+ hits. Ryan O'Hearn, homer, double, over hits, runs, RBIs, 2+ total bases, 3+ total bases, and 2+ hits. Next game on the board, we've got 11:10 out here in Phoenix, 2:10 Eastern time. Angels, Astros. Anderson pitching for the Angels has pitched pretty well. I mean, the ERA is under 3, and for an Angels pitcher, that's almost a miracle come true. Hunter Brown, on the other hand, for Houston's been absolute hot garbage, might be the nicest way to put it there. 1-4 record. ERA still over 7 in this one. I mean, the line on this one has me a shade confused here. The Astros, I think, are just too big of a favorite, $1.70 here, so I don't think we'd play anything with the line here. We would look at the Angels over their team total. Definitely a way to attack this game here on that one. Also, maybe a total over, as the Astros bats have woke up on that one. Total sitting around 9, so we'd probably lean to team total and totals in this one here and look at some batter props. Tucker against the left-hander, maybe not as appetizing there, but Altuve's been on a roll as well. Next game up, 11:10 out here in Phoenix, 2:10 Eastern Time as well. We've got the Royals and the Tigers. Tariq Skubal for the Tigers pitching. If you haven't seen him so far this season, my opinion, he's a leading candidate for AL Cy Young. He has been absolutely dominant. His swing and miss stuff is absolutely incredible in this one. And although we love Cole Reagans as our ace for the Royals here in this one, there's a reason why the Tigers are about $1.18, $1.20 favorite in this one. Total at 7.5. He's got two good pitchers going. Reagans has got blown up twice so far this season. Skubal's just been, he's Mr. Consistency. He just comes out. He might give up a run, over six innings plus, but strike out somewhere in the neighborhood of 6 to 9 guys, and just comes out, does his jobs, and move on with life. Now, when it comes to these top flight pitchers, also, the Royals have struggled to score. But I will say this, Salvador Perez over his career has hit Skubal pretty well in this one. So where are we rolling? We're going to roll with the Tigers in this one. I just think with Skubal pitching, he's going to get the job done here. So Tigers money line, we're going to play a -1.5 and +1.5 on the run line. We do not expect a lot of scoring in this game, to be really honest. So on that one, Royals under the 3.5 team total, or it should be under 3.5 team total when that line comes out. If it's 2.5, we'll stay away, but at 3.5, we're going under. Tigers over 3.5 team total. Tigers money line, first 3, first 5, first 7 innings. And then Welcy Perez for the Tigers, home run double over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs, 2+ total bases, 3+ total bases, 2+ hits. Salvador Perez, which I mentioned for the Royals, home run double over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs, 2+ total bases, 3+ total bases, and 2+ hits. Also, Skubal, depending on, we're going to look at his K line. It's not up, it's not posted yet. But we look over strikeouts and over outs recorded. For him, Bobby Witt, under 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs, and under 1.5 total bases. We love Bobby Witt, but against Skubal, he's had, I believe, double-digit batting opportunities against him and struggles mightily against Skubal. Skubal seems to have his number on that one, so we'll take the unders actually on Bobby Witt. So one more time in the Tigers-Royals game. Tigers money line, +1.5, -1.5 on the run line. Royals under 3.5 team total. Tigers over 3.5 team total. Tigers money line, first 3, first 5, first 7 innings. Welcy Perez for the Tigers, home run double over hits, runs, RBIs, 2+ total bases, 3+ total bases, 2+ hits. Salvador Perez for the Royals, homer double over hits, runs, RBIs, 2+ total bases, 3+ total bases, 2+ hits. Bobby Witt under 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs. Bobby Witt under 1.5 total bases. And then we'll also play Skubal, depending on what his K prop is. If it's a 7.5 or under, we're going over on that one. And then also Skubal over outs recorded as well. Next game up, we have at 6. We move to the evening games. 6:40 Eastern Time, 3:40 out here in Phoenix. Padres Reds. Nick Martinez versus Michael King in this one. Michael King's been up and down. When he's pitched really well against the Dodgers, but he's struggled against some other teams in this one. A couple games that there's what do we got? 4 games at this 6:40 Eastern slot, so quite a bit of action going here in this one. Currently, Padres $1.30 favorite in this one. We lead slightly towards the Padres in this one, not by much. To be a small unit wager play for us in this game here. Next game up, also 6:40 Eastern, 3:40 out here in Phoenix. We've got, let's see here, Brewers at the Marlins. And this one here, Freddie Peralta going against Jesus Luzardo. Luzardo has electric stuff. Unfortunately, this year has been a little bit of a struggle to find out where the hell it's going to go. Freddie Peralta has been fantastic as well. Total at 7 in this one. Even though the Brewers are a $1.40 favorite on the road, would still lean there. Also would look to the Marlins under their team total in that one as well. Total at 7, could be a tight one there. We can see a 3-2, 4-3 game, especially with the bullpens and things of that nature. Next game up, 6:40 Eastern, 3:40 out here in Phoenix. And we've got, the Giants and the Pirates here. Snell's supposed to be back off the disabled list for this one against the young throwing right-hander Jones, who has devastating stuff. This Pirates staff with Skeens, Jones, and you throw Mitch Keller in there, if he can kind of, they got three real, I think, top of the rotation type guys. If they could get some damn hitting, they could be impressive. They're under 500, and the main reason is their offense. You get a couple sticks to go with the rest of that team. I think they really got something cooking there in that one there. So with Snell pitching coming back off the disabled list here, Pirates are a $1.20 favorite for a reason. So we would lay it with the Pirates here. We would also play under the team total for the Giants and over the team total for the Pirates, as we expect Snell probably to still not be absolutely fantastic in that one and get into that Giants bullpen early as well. Next game up, 3:50 out here in Phoenix, 6:50 Eastern time. We've got Red Sox Rays, Bello versus Peepo in this one. The Red Sox, obviously Devers has been on fire lately. The offense has kicked it up a notch. And when it comes to offenses, unfortunately Tampa Bay's is one of the worst in the league. They've got two guys, you avoid those dudes, things seem to work out really well for you here. So even though the Red Sox are a slight dog in this one, we would roll with the Sox just because the ability to score more runs, I think, is there, especially if they keep crushing the long ball like they have been. They're about plus 100, plus 102. So we look to the Red Sox, probably our favorite play in that one. Next game up, 4:05 out here in Phoenix, 7:05 Eastern time. Mariners, Yankees. So in game one of this set, Yankees obviously pulled out to, an early 4-0 lead. Mariners come all the way back. In this one, we got, Miller versus Nestor Cortez in this one here. The Mariners' offense does struggle to score. The Yankees' offense sputters in times. They put up a crooked number inning, but then can't get nothing going again, as they rely quite a bit on the home run, as a lot of teams are in this one. We just like Miller just a little bit better than Cortez in this one. So to be really honest, if you're going to get starting pitchers are pretty equal. The difference is the offense, but at plus 125, 130, here we'd probably roll with the Mariners on the money line. Also look at them for plus 1.5 on the run line as well in that one. Next game up, we've got 4:07 out here in Phoenix, 7:07 Eastern time. We've got Blue Jays and the White Sox. So Blue Jays obviously been struggled to score just like a lot of other teams out there. Rumors now of Guerrero Jr. and Bichette both being available on the trade block. We'll say about those two guys. They can hit the ball extremely well, but I've never seen two guys that are the two bigger parts of your lineup hit more ground balls than those guys. Clevenger versus Bassett in this one. And Bassett so far this season has been nowhere near what he has been in the past. Sorry about that. So I can't lay the 215 favorite here with the Blue Jays. What I can't get behind, though, is the White Sox plus 1.5 around minus 118, 120. Over 8.5 as well. And we like the over team totals for the White Sox in this one as well. So like I said, Bassett has gotten beat up. So if the White Sox can score some runs early, they can definitely make this a nervous one for Toronto, as they are definitely a front runner. When they get behind, they do not come back very often. So White Sox, Blue Jays game, like a slight lean to the White Sox. Can't just lay that big money with the Blue Jays, as that offense is extremely inconsistent to say the least. Next game up, 4:40 out here in Phoenix, 7:40 Eastern time. Braves, Cubs, Max Fried, Justin Steele in this one. First of all, if you guys have watched the show a lot, you know I'm a huge Cubs fan, right? I've got the Cubs cups, we got Cubs everything. Here's the issue in this game. Justin Steele, since he has come back, has gotten nothing but rot. Like, absolutely destroyed. He looks nothing like the pitcher last year. I believe he's still hurt. That's probably the main reason for it. But, unfortunately, they're going to keep throwing him out there, as the Cubs need starters like humans need water these days. They are struggling to put any starting pitcher out there. It's been a struggle. Ben Brown's probably going to have to hit the rotation again, as Hendricks has been getting killed as well. The Braves are a $1.40 favorite roughly in this one. And I'll be honest with you, until Justin Steele can prove it otherwise, just bet against him, because he's still going off his name last year instead of what he's done this year. He pitched, obviously got hurt in the first start of the season, was out for like a month, came back, and he's got nothing but shelled since. So let's give you the bets that we've got in this Braves Cubs game here, and we got a bunch of them in this one here. So give me just a second. So Braves money line -1.5, 2.5, 3.5 on the run line. Braves over their team total. Braves minus half a run, first 3, first 5, first 7 innings. Ronald Acuna Jr. I mean, how can you go wrong with Acuna, right? So Acuna Jr. home run, double, over hits, runs, RBIs, 2 plus total bases, 3 plus total bases, and 2 plus hits. Matt Olson, who's also had great success against Steele, home run, double, over hits, runs, RBIs, 2 plus total bases, 3 plus total bases, 2 plus hits. One more time, Braves Dodgers. We got Braves money line -1.5, 2.5, 3.5 on the run line. Braves over their team total. Braves minus a half a run, first 3, first 5, and first 7 innings. Ronald Acuna Jr. home run, double, over hits, runs, RBIs, 2 plus total bases, 3 plus total bases, and 2 plus hits. Matt Olson homer, double, over hits, runs, RBIs, 2 plus total bases, 3 plus total bases, and 2 plus hits in that one. Next game up, we've got Rockies, A's, Estes versus Gomber. Gomber for the Rockies is getting, he's shelled pretty much the whole season. Even though his ERA is not showing, he's still like a 3 ERA. Estes in his last time out, he was under a 3 ERA, got absolutely rocked. Now his ERA is ballooned up to over 9 in this one. This one's a tough one for me. First of all, the A's and the Rockies offense have both struggled to score. Pitching's been a question mark, obviously, for both teams in this one, and it's hard to lay like a $1.40 favorite here with the A's. So what do you do? I try to play team totals in this one. I play Rockies and A's. I'd probably both play over for the game. Expect some runs scored in this one, as there's not any stellar pitching coming, and then when they get into the bullpens, it gets even worse for both teams in that one. Next, also watch out for J.J. Bleday for like a double and some hitting. Bleday's been rocking and rolling, especially in doubles. If you watch, Bleday's like top 10 in doubles so far this season. Next game up, and the last one of the day, 7-11 out here in Phoenix, 10-11 Eastern Time. Diamondbacks, Dodgers, Game 3 of the set. Glasnow pitching for the Dodgers, so they're going to be a huge favorite no matter what team it is against Ryan Nelson in this one. So here's the amazing thing to me. So Nelson has over a 7 ERA, but if you look what Dodgers hitters have done against him in the past, they've done nothing. And Nelson has not had a good ERA at any point in his career. So it's been 5, 7s, it's been up there. Glasnow has struggled in a couple starts. And struggle for him means he didn't go 7 innings with no runs, right? So this one here is an expensive one. So if you want to stay away, I can understand that one. It's hard to play a $3 favorite roughly in this one, especially with Glasnow struggling and the fact that none of the hitters for the Dodgers have any success against Nelson. Even though his ERA says this should be a home run derby. But we're going to play the Dodgers here. Money line -1.5, 2.5, 3.5 on the run line. Dodgers over their team total. Dodgers minus a half a run first 3 innings, minus a run and a half first 5, first 7 innings. Freddie Freeman and Ohtani will be on both of those guys as a left-hander against Ryan Nelson in this one. So Freeman homer, double, over hits, runs, RBIs, 2 plus total bases, 3 plus total bases, 2 plus hits. Ohtani home run, double, over hits, runs, RBIs, 2 plus total bases, 3 plus total bases, 2 plus hits. We also might be looking at some Glasnow props as well, mainly looking at outs recorded. If it's just for him to go 6 innings, we'll probably play that as well. So one more time, Dodgers and D-backs. Dodgers money line -1.5, 2.5, 3.5 on the run line. Dodgers over the team total. Dodgers minus a half a run first 3 innings, minus a run and a half front 5 and front 7. Freddie Freeman homer, double, over hits, runs, RBIs, 2 plus total bases, 3 plus total bases, 2 plus hits. Ohtani homer, double, over hits, runs, RBIs, 2 plus total bases, 3 plus total bases, and 2 plus hits. So everybody wants to know where we can find all of these bets that we just went through. As we went through about 80 plus bets on the baseball games that were on here for the 22nd. So it's really easy to do. At the end of every YouTube episode that we do, there will be a link in the comments section, docs.google.com/spreadsheet, bunch of other stuff behind it. Click into that link, go to baseball 2024 baseball. You'll be able to see all of the bets that we just went through there, what juice we got those at, how many units we wagered, what book we placed them at as well, and then obviously the result once we're all finished up. Also, you'll find that same link on our TikTok and YouTube channel pages, as well as at docs.google.com/spreadsheet. Just click in there, take a look, scroll down to May 22nd, and you'll be able to see all of those bets that we just went through. If you want to see any previous days, you can see the whole baseball season there as well. Also, if you're into other sports like basketball, football, WNBA going on as well. Formula One would be a big one for us this weekend as well. Make sure you do check those out. You can do so by just scrolling to which sport you want, and then scroll down the date on what's going on. So basically scrolling down to pretty much the last thing we entered in on there. So check that out when you do get some time. If you want to make life easy to find us, real simple to do. All you have to do is hit subscribe or follow, depending on what social media platform you're watching us on. Then we'll show up in either subscriptions or followers tab. And if you want to make life even simpler to find us, all you have to do is turn those notifications on for whatever social media platform you're watching us on. You'll get a notification sent to your phone or device to let you know Sports Bets for Free has dropped a new episode of Bets. Give you plenty of time to match those up with your bets and give you that ton of confidence you need heading to the betting app or betting window. We do appreciate everybody's support as always, and we look forward to seeing you on the next episode.